So in this video, we're going to understand what vibe coding is, what tools that you can use, and how to integrate in the workflow, and share some of my perspective here as well. So just imagine you could just drop a prompt and then it generates an app for you. So that's basically vibe coding. So before, people had to like manually write the code, and then it would take a long time to build a small prototype or an MVP or a product. It will take a lot of time, but now you can just prompt, put your text in there in the agent, and it will generate the software for you. So I personally have vibe coded my portfolio, AI Design Academy, and I'm also creating this UX AI agent mobile app and iOS app, everything using vibe coding. So it gives you a lot of opportunities to build like your own product, MVPs, and something that you can quickly put out there, test it with the users, and iterate based on that. So building MVPs and products and 0 to 1 products is getting more and more easier with vibe coding. So what are the tools that you can use to vibe code? My personal favorite is Cursor. That's for something that I teach in my cohort, my courses and everything. And you also, Lovable is also something that I teach in my cohort. So these are my two favorite tools. But you can also use Figma Make that integrates with your Figma workflow and everything. You can also use the VS Code Copilot. You can also use Anti-Gravity by Google. And there are different tools like Replit and everything that are like coming up, V0 and all that stuff. There's a lot of tools out there. But my recommendation is start with anything that you're comfortable, you feel more approachable. So vibe coding has personally helped me a lot. I recently won the hackathon in San Francisco conducted by OpenAI, Lovable, and AGI Inc. I vibe coded a UX AI agent where I showed them the end-to-end demo of the product, how it works. I added APIs and added the functionalities and everything. And instead of just showing slides and presentation, showing a demo and an actual product goes a long way. And this also helped me gather feedback and build based on that. So this helps us truly be more human-centric, have designers, product managers, and product AI product builders. And vibe coding unlocks that for you. There are some of the exciting things, and there are some exciting opportunities vibe coding unlocks for you. One is definitely taking out the barrier to entry build a product. Before, you need like a software engineer to build out your product, but now you can vibe code and build a basic MVP very quickly. You need not to have a lot of technical knowledge. If it helps, if you want to be like a professional, that helps. But if you're just like trying things out and want to build it based on like an idea and a concept that you have, vibe coding takes out that barrier to difficulty of building a product. For product teams, it helps you de-risk some of the product decisions. Sometimes you don't know if this feature or a product works or not. You can quickly build it out. Before, building it was very complex, time consuming, takes a lot of engineering efforts. But now you can de-risk product decisions and design decisions as well by quickly testing your prototype, putting out there, and vibe coding it just using prompts, and build out your apps, SaaS features, and websites and everything. It's reducing the barrier to build products. And one more thing that I'm seeing is the process of designer and developer handoff is kind of going away, because now the front end and the design is kind of getting integrated. I personally do everything in Cursor, and there's no handoff at all. So what I design is what I see in production, and it's becoming a very norm day by day. So this also creating a lot of like cultural conflicts and problems, people stepping on each other's toes in big teams and things. So this is where it opens up a new door to like think about how our workflows and processes and team structure look like in the age of AI, because the tools are impacting how we work and everything. But personally, from the cohorts that I've ran in my AI Design Academy, I've seen designers who are working into this AI first kind of a team, where designers have gone to the product managers with a functional prototype, or the product managers have come with the functional prototype for the designers to kind of work together, and even designers going to the developers with the functional prototype and kind of work with them to make this production ready and things like that. So even though it kind of feel like we are stepping on each other, but it's also taking out the silos and helping us to collaborate by understanding each other's roles better. There's definitely a benefit to it and also a downside to it. There's something I'm eager to see how the industry is going to evolve and how it's going to play a role in our product development. But overall, I kind of see the value of de-risking product decisions and also prototyping your ideas, quickly going to the market and gathering customer feedback, and as a designer, caring about that human-centered design through this build, like measure, learn kind of approach is becoming more and more easier with vibe coding. So there are three use cases, or the way I think about vibe coding. One is vibe coding as an ideation partner. So I was exploring this interaction for UX AI agent, where I am exploring different interaction patterns. Like one, you can see this card opening, too much animation, and one is minimal. So it helps me brainstorm different things. And also it's like sometimes I don't think of something and the AI will help me think about it. So it acts as an ideation and brainstorming partner. If you ever get stuck, you can also go to that plan mode or agent mode and prototype your ideas quickly in Cursor and stuff. So it helps the brainstorming partner. Second one is definitely building it out your MVPs, a minimum viable product. If you have an idea or a concept or a problem that you noticed, you can quickly build that out, test it out, and see if it solves the problem. And the third is building full-fledged apps. Even though you do eventually need a team to kind of build, maintain, and all scale and all that stuff. But initially, while starting out, you can build 0 to 1 AI product and launch it and even maintain it as a product. It does come with a lot of efforts and things, but it's possible now. Small teams are building full-fledged apps and launching it and everything. So that being said, let's talk some of the limitations of vibe coding. One limitation is definitely the security part of the app. You can quickly make something, but there's like data security, data privacy, and all this stuff. So it's still very important to have the traditional approach of building products and making sure the security compliance and everything that is there. So as the product scale, you do definitely still need a dedicated team to maintain it and things like that. And also there are problems in terms of people also feel that products are like generic and they lack that experience. You still need user experience designers and UX designers to think through the experience, how the customer feels, how it solves the problem and everything. So even though even like visual design now with Gemini and stuff, you can still get like a baseline visual design well fine, but if you want to differentiate your product, like you still need better visuals and things like that, where that designer's mindset and eye still makes a lot of difference. I personally feel design is going to be a very big differentiator in products that we use, because building products is getting much easier. At least the MVPs and prototypes and stuff like that. But it's going to play design is going to play a major role how our products are differentiated, because there are too many AI tools. Your customers will use what they feel more connected with, or they like, or it's easier for them to use. So yeah, there are certain limitations as well in terms of like the design system integration. Even though there are new features like Figma Make Kit, and in Cursor you can connect like a design system and vibe code. V0 uses like a SATGN design system by default and things like that. You can do it, but that integration like an enterprise design system with vibe coding still not there yet. I do a lot of vibe coding, build prototypes for hackathons and innovation teams and things like that. So I sometimes build without a design system, but eventually everybody wants connect to a design system. So there is some gap and frictions there. Hopefully in the future we figure it out as an industry, or somebody comes up with it and figure it out. But people are working towards it. But right now it's possible, but it's not that seamless as it should be. But that's one of the limitations that to keep in mind. But I kind of see vibe coding tool has building MVPs, concepts and ideas, and then also using as a brainstorming partners. And then if you're not restricted by a design system, to can even launch this and test it out with the users, with actual users and everything. So now like as a designer, like people or non-technical people, like integrating APIs and all that stuff sounded very complicated. Now we can literally with vibe coding do that in a very simple and an easy way. So just to summarize with vibe coding, you can drop a text and then generate software, even though it sounds like easy and super straightforward, but there's a lot of iterations, your direction, your thought process, the product thinking, everything goes into a picture. Whenever I show my vibe coded prototype and stuff, people say, oh, like that looks really cool, that solves a problem, that's like I like it. But then it's like, did AI make it all? But the thing is, like, your human direction and my direction, or whatever, whoever is vibe coding, that becomes still very important. So your mindset plays a very big role. You can also use vibe coding even to code, but also plan. People don't speak much about this is like they speak mostly about vibe coding, but you can do like vibe planning and vibe designing and everything. You can connect Figma to your Cursor and all that stuff. So you can do a lot of like tools orchestration and stuff with vibe coding. It's definitely changing our culture and how our products are built. The roles between product developer, product managers, product designers, product builders, developers is getting overlapping a lot now with vibe coding. But overall, it empowers anybody who can't build a product to build a product very quickly, put it in the hands of your users, build it out and iterate it and things like that. So that's a little bit about vibe coding. And then I share my vibe coding experiments and insights and findings through my Substack newsletter. You can subscribe to my Substack newsletter. It's free, and you can you can see that in the description. And I will see you in another video. Till then, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and also check out more resources on my Substack as well. And I'll see you in another video.